When people talk about building wealth, most of the conversation focuses on one thing: making money and investing. Now that's important, but it's only part of the picture. In my experience, real wealth is built in stages, and problems arise when people focus on one stage while ignoring the other, or when they try to skip a stage altogether. I'm Matt Sorensen, attorney and CEO of Directed IRA, and in this video, I want to walk you through the 3 stages of wealth: accumulation, protection, and distribution. Now this framework helps you explain where you are right now, what you should be focusing on next, and why strategies that work great in one stage can be completely wrong in another. Let's break it down. The first stage of building wealth is the accumulation phase. Now, wealth accumulation is first about increasing your income. Now, you do that by learning a valuable skill and finding ways to extract value from that skill, whether that's a company you work for where you're adding value, or whether you're self-employed and you're providing value to the customers that you might serve. Next, you need to be saving consistently. Then you need to be investing intentionally. And what we're doing here is building assets over time. But at this stage right now, in the accumulation stage, simplicity usually wins. The goal isn't perfection here, it's simply momentum. We're focused on things like getting started, using retirement accounts effectively, building an investment portfolio, and letting compounding growth do its job. Now, a lot of people stall here because they overthink strategy instead of simply taking action. You've just got to get started. Accumulation here rewards consistency far more than being clever or finding the one great investment that you could make. What you need to make sure you're avoiding in this initial stage is overthinking too early. This is the greatest mistake I see people make, and what it causes is inaction. They overthink, they overplan, they think about strategies, structures, or investments they shouldn't even be thinking about, and they don't even set money aside or invest 1 red cent. What we need to be focused on here is just getting started, setting the money aside, investing it, whether it's something as simple as an S&P 500 fund, an index fund. I don't care what it is here, you've just got to get money in the game. You can refine more later, but let's focus on getting started here. Don't worry about asset protection structures. You don't have any assets yet. Don't worry about complex trusts that can save taxes when you have 15 million of net worth. You don't have that yet. All this advanced planning is something you can do later on down the road. Remember, we're still in the accumulation phase, and here, your biggest risks are actually not investing at all, chasing hype, taking unnecessary risks, or constantly changing strategies. At this point, progress matters more than optimization. Now, this brings us to stage 2, wealth protection. Wealth protection is about reducing the risk of losing what you've already built during the accumulation phase. Now, this includes asset protection planning, legal structure, insurance, tax compliance, reducing catastrophic downside risk. This is where things like LLCs, proper titling, trust, retirement account protections, and clean documentation, organization, and structure start to matter a lot more. Protection doesn't increase your returns, but it prevents one bad event from wiping out years of progress. This stage is especially important if you're a business owner, real estate investor, or a professional like a surgeon who might have high liability exposure. Protection is about process, not fear. Now, protection often gets framed as fear-based, but that's not the right way to think about it. This stage is about running your financial life professionally, separating your personal assets from your business assets, having systems in place, being boring and defensible. The goal isn't to eliminate all risk. We can never do that. It's about avoiding unnecessary risk and preventing small problems from becoming big ones. But one danger zone I found here is people overprotect and they get into analysis paralysis. We still need to be accumulating wealth and building wealth. We're still letting our assets compound and grow. We need to have the mindset that we can grow our assets while also protecting them at the same time. The third stage here is wealth distribution. Now, this is the stage that actually gets the least attention, but it's where the largest mistakes can happen. In the distribution phase, we're talking about how do I use my wealth? How do I access it? And how I'm going to be passing it on to my loved ones. Now, this includes retirement income planning. Where am I taking my income from? Am I drawing on Social Security? Am I delaying it? Am I taking money out of a Roth? Am I converting my traditional account to Roth? Am I drawing from my traditional last? What account am I passing on to my loved ones? There's a lot of considerations there and ways you can actually optimize in the distribution phase. Am I thinking about tax efficient strategies and minimizing the tax burden and what the IRS is going to get on my income or my retirement distributions? What about my beneficiary planning and who's getting my assets upon my death? And what is the legacy I want to leave behind? What are the assets I want to leave to my family and loved ones? Now remember here, different assets are taxed differently as they're distributed. A dollar in a Roth IRA is not the same value as a dollar in a traditional IRA. A piece of real estate is not the same as a business interest. Understanding those differences, what you want to draw on in the distribution phase versus what you want to leave to family and loved ones, is critical in this phase. And if you want to learn how to pass on these different assets in the most tax efficient ways, click this video here where I break down the rules and the right strategies for your situation. Retirement accounts sit at the center of all three stages of building wealth. In the accumulation phase, they help you get started to save and invest efficiently. We're not paying taxes as that money is growing and compounding over time. In the protection phase, they offer strong creditor protection. You can file bankruptcy or have a judgment against you, and a creditor cannot get your retirement account. So they create not only tax benefits, but also protection. And in the distribution phase, they determine how much tax you or your heirs will pay, and they shape your retirement income and your inheritance outcomes. This is why I spend so much time educating people on retirement accounts. They're not just investment vehicles, they're planning tools for structuring your wealth and your legacy. Now here's where it can get tricky. You might be in more than one stage at the same time. For example, you are still accumulating assets, putting money into investments, growing and building your wealth, but you still need to be protecting it. Or you could be in the distribution phase, drawing on your money, not really saving more or creating more income, you're drawing it down, but you still want to protect those assets. Now this is normal. The key is knowing which stage applies and which decisions you should be making. Now problems arise mostly from people thinking accumulation logic applies on distribution decisions, or worrying about protection and distribution logic when you're just getting started in the accumulation phase. And for those of you starting out, focus on accumulation decisions. How am I creating more income? Making sure you have a budget so you can set it aside, and then investing those assets. Our goal here in the accumulation phase is to have our assets working for us, not just our ass working for us. We need our money working for us. That is over time how we win in building wealth. I want you to think about what's the right question to ask yourself, because it's not, what's the best strategy, Matt? The right question you should be asking is, what stage am I in for this asset or decision I need to make? Once you understand that, you can have a better answer and tools available to you to have a much clearer picture of what you should do. So in summary here, wealth isn't built with a single strategy. It's built by moving through stages, accumulating assets, protecting what you've built, and eventually distributing that wealth in a way that aligns with your goals and values. And if you want help in understanding how to build wealth and the ideal order of investing, there's a link in the description below where you can download my free guide on the ideal order of investing. And if this video was helpful, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future videos. I'm Matt Sorensen. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.